So a semi-final spot awaits the winner today. First out onto the ground is the team from Parramatta Marist. Their lineup today: David McLean, Andrew McFarlane, Justin Yeo, Justin Hollis, Simon Gwynn, the halves Chris DeSellis and Daniel Paolini. In the forward pack, Nicholas Surtees, Ben Bailey, Nicholas Edwards, Mark Ryan, Adam McEwen and Ray Dyer. Their opponents, quarter-finalists of last year, Kingsgrove High. Their side is Heath Bowling, Craig Madden, Damien Miles, Dean Raper, Mark Davis, the halves Brendan Randall and Nathan Crane, and a forward pack of Jason Asplet, Adam Peake, Ryan Wolfe, Guy Hick, Asaki Misa, and Bart Williams is the lock forward. Man in charge today is Bob Flint.
Where are you, skipper for Para? You're right with your lot? 7, are you right? Quick behind that line before we kick.
Make sure we have a good 10, 8, 10 metres. No penalties today.
You're right, skipper, with yours, Kingsgrove, skipper. Rightio. Right to go, boys.
And Parramatta Marist running from left to right, and Nicholas Surtees, their big front rower, gets us underway. Kingsgrove, I mentioned, beaten quarter-finalists last year, beaten by John Paul 2 of Marayong. And the team that wins today's match, in fact, will play John Paul 2 in the semi-finals. Playing the ball is Mark Davis, the Kingsgrove winger. Now the hit-up comes for Asaki Misa. Last time we saw Kingsgrove, as Steve, you mentioned Dean Raper coming up with 4 tries. That was a big performance by the Kingsgrove side against Fairfield Patrician Brothers.
Yes, very impressed with Raper, as we said earlier. Pretty good start here from Kingsgrove High, making good yardage, and they'll get to their kick. Be right into Parramatta Marist half.
Kicking duties with their captain Nathan Crane, playing President's Cup for Cronulla. Overlooked by St George and got a start with the Sharks. Now the first penalty of the match inside the 10. And the penalty, of course, goes the way of Parramatta Marist.
Well, they're the sort of things you don't look forward to. The kick was good, long, but unfortunately, a bit too much enthusiasm from Kingsgrove. Didn't allow the 10 metres. A bit harsh, the penalty, I thought, but here we see Parramatta Marist just around about the halfway line, working the ball in.
Decoy runner there. Now it's Nicholas Edwards. Number 10 on his back for Parramatta Marist, just inside the Kingsgrove half. As they come right side. Tackled on that occasion was Mark Ryan. They continue to work the ball right through Paolini. Now Adam McEwen hits it up for another 5, up to the 40-metre line. Out from the Kingsgrove line. After working it right for 2 times, now going straight through is Justin Yeo. Up over the 20 with the support. Sprinting away for the try is Chris DeSellis. And what a start for the Parramatta Marist side. The break by Justin Yeo. And Chris DeSellis comes up with a 4-pointer. Parramatta Marist leading by 4 points to 0.
Well, that just comes down to poor defence there from Kingsgrove High. The first time Parramatta have got the ball, they work to one side of the field, spread back. Good break there from Yeo. As I said, shocking defence, looming up on his outside. Gwen, and he'll score the try. Chris DeSellis to score the try there for Parramatta Marist. But unfortunately, there's a shocking defence there from the hooker. When you do make them tackles, it's got to be ball and all, because it is one-on-one. And an easy try to Chris DeSellis. A good start there from Parramatta Marist.
Got a lot going for him, this Nicholas Surtees for the Parramatta Marist side. Plenty of skills with the ball. He's also the #1 goal kicker for the side. Won't get much tougher than this. The kick from just in from touch, 20 metres out from the Kingsgrove line. And this to make it the perfect start, just to the side of the posts. But all the same, it's Parramatta Marist in front by 4 points to 0.
Get behind that line when he kicks it, fellas. Don't get in front of the kicker. Hang on it.
Well, the try may well have shaken up the Kingsgrove High side. Parramatta Marist straight back they come through Nicholas Edwards. This time trapped 15 metres out from his goal line. Better defence that time. Bart Williams over the top. Also in there, the #10 Ryan Wolf. Smart play worked around the rucks there. Tackle came from Misa, the second rower. Paolini calling the shots from halfback. Surtees with a hit up. They go left again. This time it's Simon Gwynn coming in from the right wing, so everyone getting involved for Parramatta Marist. Surtees down the blind side. Was able to steal 10 metres. Now the last tackle. Paolini with a kick over the top.
You're on now, you're on.
Kingsgrove will be doing well if they can get out from the in-goal area. Look at this chase blocker.
Oh, tremendous chase there, and he's dead in goal already. Great chase from Parramatta Marist. Any number of 5 or 6 players. That's the sort of enthusiasm you need leading into these last few games. But a great set of 6. Geez, they're well coached, this Parramatta Marist brothers side. Just got out of trouble out of their own half with ease. And a good tackle there again from the #3 who set up the try, Justin Yeo. He's been very involved early in this match.
Not a good dropout from the Kingsgrove side, although the bounce is in their favour. Taking some time to get to the ball. Eventually Gwynn takes the tackle 30 metres out from the line. Now it's Justin Hollis coming centre field.
Second one for 2. Roll away quick.
Pressure on Kingsgrove right now, down by 4 points to 0. Parramatta Marist again looking dangerous. This is Ray Daya, the lock forward. They go again through Paolini, taking on the defence. That time Adam Peake equal to the task. Just 10 metres out from the line, they could go left or right. Stealing more metres is the hooker Ben Bailey. And now on the last, just 5 metres out from the Kingsgrove line, Paolini with the grubber. There's no one at home, and it'll be the second 5-8. No, he rules offside. DeSellis thought he had his second try, but offside, referee Bob Flint says.
Well, I'll tell you what it was smart play from Parramatta Marist. We see a blood bin here. Smart play there, a little grubber kick through. We thought DeSellis had his second. Don't really know if he was offside. It was Paolini, the captain, who put that on, but smart play. If they'd have held Kingsgrove in their own in-goal area, they'd have got the football back. That's the sort of thing they need to put plenty of pressure on at the moment.
Well, we say line ball decision a number of times, but I'm prepared to say that was a fair try.
Yeah, I thought it was a try. It was a great chase from DeSellis. He's been very involved, as we said earlier.
Easy, gentlemen. Roll
So let
away,
off for Kingsgrove. It's Misa, 30 metres out from the line. This time Asplit.
And even early in the game, Parramatta Marist brothers' defensive line a lot quicker than Kingsgrove. They seem to hang back when they are in defence.
Can't be the preparation that's a problem for Kingsgrove. They came down yesterday to settle into Canberra to get ready for this quarter-final clash. Now they go forward through Randall, the 5'8". Good pass too, so they're getting a roll on now, the Kingsgrove side. This is Adam Peake tackle, 37 metres out from the Parramatta Marist line. They come through Crane.
Oh, tremendous front-on tackle. I'd like to see who that was.
DeSellis it was.
DeSellis, what a blinder of a game he's had early.
Straight on Dean Raper, the centre. Crane with a kick. The ricochet puts them onside, but Paolini, good catch.
Yeah, obviously he's been told that Raper is the danger man. A great front-on hit there from DeSellis. As we said, he's been very involved early in this match. Parramatta Marist actually hitting a little bit harder in defence at the moment. A little bit more enthusiasm than what the Kingsgrove High side have got at the moment.
Third one.
Edwards it is, playing the ball 30 metres out from his own line. And his front row partner, Surtees, takes it for another hit up. Had the arm free, but no one just running off the shoulder that time. And now this is easy metres for them. Ben Bailey, then able to stand. And through they go now through Hollis. Over the 40, the inside ball, not such a flash pass, but Gwyn able to clean up. It is the last tackle, though, now for Parramatta Marist.
Well, that's what I like about Parramatta Marist. Their front rowers take them forward, Edwards and Surtees, and then Ben Bailey pitches against the grain. He goes against the play where they're going and makes a good yardage on the opposite side of the ruck. There's another good front-on hit from the number 12, Adam McEwen.
And Craig Madden, he's got one of the hairdos you like, the big ponytail out the back sleeve.
I really can't see him from here, but if he's got one, good luck to him. He's with the trend.
Back they come. Well, keeping the ball alive just 20 metres out from their own line. This is Crane up to the 30. Again, that defence is there, 2s and 3s. The 2 second rowers in there that time.
Geez, he's hit particularly well. McEwen early in this match, number 12. Just watch him from Parramatta Marist. Tremendous defensive workload.
Taking it forward, Asplit. The ball comes loose. It's play on though for Kingsgrove as Misa gets it up to halfway. With a wrestling match there with Surtees, the front rower. And on the last tackle, the kick again from Crane. No, they elect to run it this time.
Forward pass.
Now on the outside to Raper. Flint allowed play to go on, I guess, in the end.
It was a good option there from Nathan Crane. They've kicked the ball the last couple of times to run the ball and try and get it out to Raper. He hasn't earned that many yards early in this match, but a good option there from Crane. We see him throw the long ball, feign the kick, the long ball, forward pass from mine.
Two now, have a look, Kingsgrove, I'm here.
Well, Flint not having a great start to this match, the referee. That definitely was a forward pass.
That's third
I feel
one.
like the way these centres get involved for Parramatta Marist. Yeo and Hollis been very involved early in this match for them. Very hard to handle out there.
And into the line comes David McLean, the fullback. The defence was good that time, covering the width of the field. The tackle came from Dean Raper. As up they go again, Parramatta Marist. Certainly playing at a good pace too. The Marist side, that's DeSellis trapped in possession, 35 out from the Kingsgrove line. Again, a good play the ball. Paolini with a charge down. It's play on for Parramatta Marist. The tackle count hasn't restarted. And Edwards comes up with a knock on, and there was probably an overlap on the right.
Yes, good refereeing there. The ball did come off Kingsgrove, but it's play on. He didn't play at the football. We see the halfback, Paolini, take it to the line and kick straight into one of the Kingsgrove High. Would have been dangerous too if Nicholas Edwards would have been awake. We see Missa make a good run. Should be pinched, yeah. Pull out in the tackle. This should put Kingsgrove into a better attacking position after this kick, and they've got 6 tackles. They take the tap. I can't believe it.
Plenty of arms in that tackle, as you can see. Misa losing possession. The penalty went his way. And Kingsgrove some sloppy play in turn. He's trying to force his way forward. Adam Peake. 42 metres out from the line. They work the blind side now. This is Bart Williams taking it forward. He represented the Australian schoolboys just a few weeks ago against New Zealand. The back line set out here through Randall. The pass away to Damien Miles. And now 35 metres out from the Parramatta Marist line. Well, he played it forward. There were 2 markers, not just one. There were 2 there.
Yes, and fair enough too. Miles could have been penalised again for throwing the ball on the ground. No use doing that. He had 2 markers. Got to play for the rules. Yeah, plays the ball forward. It's a worthwhile penalty. Silly penalty there from Miles, coming in as a replacement into this game, and he won't be happy with that, I'm sure.
And what's more, Miles conceding that penalty with Kingsgrove in their best attacking position of the match thus far, relieving all the pressure off the Parramatta Marist side. And it's Edwards who gets it up to the 40. Come across through Surtees, front on Randall there. Also Ryan Wolf, the front rower. As Bailey comes across, finds a runner in McEwen, he puts it down. And we'll have a scrum to pack down 39 metres out from the Kingsgrove line. Yeah, well, that's poor ball control there, and a third tackle to number 12, McEwen. Should have caught that one. It was right in the breadbasket. Unfortunate. Now it gives Kingsgrove the loose in the feed and another 6 tackles. And here the instructions from referee Bob Flint for the first time in the Commonwealth Bank Cup. We've got the referee wired up today. And that's one against the feed. Perfect opportunity to attack right from the scrum. Chance again for Parramatta Marist, 30 metres out from the line.
Second one, 2. Let's work.
Defensive line needs to be at its best right at the moment. And a couple of chances squandered. One, the penalty conceded by Miles, and then losing that scrum against the feed for Kingsgrove. Come right side through Edwards. He's got no support whatsoever. One out that time from Parramatta Marist.
It's obvious they are going to go back to the left. A good settled play. Here we go. They should get the numbers. They're not coming up that quick. Kingsgrove, the run around, the cutout pass.
And they keep it going now through Hollis. Some snappy work by the two halves, Paolini and DeSellis. Still 15 metres out from the line. It is the last tackle. Paolini with a kick over the top. Back in the fullback position is Crane. He doesn't get anywhere near the ball.
I don't know about that being knocked on.
Well, he's disallowed the try for the lock forward, Ray Dyer.
Tremendous chase from Dyer there. There was no way that he was going to get out of the road. Let's have a look at that. Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I think it was a knock on.
Got to go with Flint that time.
Yes, we'll have to. But a great chase from Dyer. That's what you need, enthusiasm. When you are chasing the football high in the air, you must compete, and that's exactly what Dyer did then.
You can bag them when they're wrong, but when they're right, I think we've got to give them a pat on the back, and that was a good call from Bob Flint.
Or a pat on the head. Oh, sorry. Not allowed to do that, are you?
$5,000, Steve. Give it to me.
And 4 weeks.
I'll take you through to the final. There's up come Kingsgrove. Almost up to halfway. They spread out. They're down to 12 men at the moment.
Bart Williams down on the ground, receiving attention at the moment. Looks like to be some sort of knee or ankle injury, as we see the replacement Miles make a good run up the right-hand side.
He has some ground to make up as Nathan Crane, who thought of kicking straight away, may have been best advised. They keep it going this time. Mark Davis down the flank. Inside ball. But for a moment there, he was going to rule 6 to go, but you can hear Flint saying they're playing the knock-on, so the changeover comes the way of Parramatta Marist.
I'd like to see Nathan Crane run the football a little bit more. I know he's a captain of Kingsgrove. He's opted to pass the long ball or do the kicking. It's about time he ran the football. He's a strong-looking, likely customer, and I've seen him play before. I've seen him playing in the second line now, a little bit back at fullback.
Player 2, the number 9 for Parramatta Marist, Ben Bailey. That time he took it as first receiver, hitting it up to the line. This is Mark Ryan playing it. They come through Paolini again, now to Adam McEwen. This time he gets a good grip on the ball.
Well, there's the basic thing. You've got to put them on the ground. Parramatta Marist getting that little bit of a roll on at the moment.
Paolini was able to make another 10 metres. It's the 40-metre mark. There's some more skills from Bailey. The kick out of dummy half. And what's more, they've caught the Kingsgrove defence inside the 10. What a chance now for Parramatta Marist.
Yes, and Dean Raper not really happy with the judgment. We shouldn't really say anything. They were offside here on the numbers there. A good kick. I'm sure they'll take the kick at goal. Only 30 metres out. Are they going to go for touch, are they? Well, I think I'd be taking the kick for goal. Try and kick the ball dead. Get the football back. Have another set of 6 up there.
So keeping the pressure on, Ray Dyer finding touch 20 metres out from the Kingsgrove line. Again, they run the decoy from the tap.
Well, Andrew, I don't know about you, but if I was playing and someone took a tap on me when they could kick the goal, I take it as a bit of an insult against your defence. That'd sort of get the hairs up on the back of my neck if that happened.
Well, let's see if that's the reaction of the Kingsgrove players. They've got a bit of work to do. Parramatta Marist just 10 metres out from the line. Bailey again, just a metre out from the line.
They're short on the blind side.
McEwen a dummy half away to Surtees. Hard to stop from there. Almost got the left arm out for the try. And he might try and go himself from dummy half. They come back the right through Paolini. The cutout ball, he found support in McLean.
Well, there we see the cutout ball again. And there's a pass off the ground. A silly mistake there from McLean. Terrible mistake there. But the cutout pass, I can't believe for the life of me why all these blokes throw them. You don't engage any defender. There's the pass off the ground from McLean. David McLean, bad mistake, and just takes the pressure off Kingsgrove at the moment. Let's see what they can do. What they need to do is drive forward in the middle of the ruck a bit harder than what they've been doing.
Bob Flint's copped one in the head there.
Have a look, Parra, have a look. He's there to help.
I think he was going to fight the bloke who threw the ball at him for a moment.
had the growl on his head, didn't he?
Lining up Bob Flint against some of the players. He's one of the smaller men on the field. Kingsgrove 35 metres out from the line. Mark Williams has recovered from that earlier knock. This is Guy Hick.
Good front on tackle there from Surtees. They're the sort of things that change games. Well in control at the moment, Parramatta Marist.
They just can't find a gap, the Kingsgrove side. Almost, now they're through. The pass away this time to Madden, up the left flank.
God, that was a beautiful ball. That's a third time that the number 8 Ashford, is it? He's got the ball away there a few times. Unfortunately, a couple have gone the ground, but that was a beautiful ball to put his centre-three-quarter partner into a hole.
Right out of it. At the ruck.
Well, there's the mistake. Terrible play the ball. There was no dummy half. Evan struggling to get to his feet and allows Parramatta Marist to come back up with the ball. As this is Edwards almost up to halfway. Isaki Misa made the tackle.
Kingsgrove have hung on well there with their defence. They haven't had much football. They've been their own worst enemies, making too many handling errors in the middle of the ruck and then not finishing off. But Parramatta Marist, a bit unlucky to only be in front by 6 points.
Paolini again with a very well-judged kick. The halfback Nathan Crane back at fullback once again. And did well to get around Andrew McFarland, get it back into the field of play. A beautifully placed kick again from Paolini. And Kingsgrove, if you've mentioned, Steve, having to do all the attacking from inside their own half. At the moment, from inside their own 20.
And look at this, there's the perfect example. A great run there from Raper, but no support from his teammates. He's only 15, 20 minutes into the game.
Mark Williams, a good hit up for 5 metres. Now 30 out from their own line. They come left, Asplit. He's the man with the ball skills, past Misa. Bob Flint's going to rule the knock on there against Misa.
A pretty tough decision, that one too, I thought.
Well, it definitely touched the hand, but I think it went backwards straight after it hit the hand.
Kingsgrove at fault. You hold the mark there for me, hooker. All right.
That's a knock back in mine.
Let's wait.
Misa, unfortunate for him. Had to do a lot of defensive work early in this match, Misa. We see the old chestnut.
From the scrum base, Paolini got the pass from Daya, and Paolini's going to have too much pace away from Madden.
Well, that's been around since 1908, the game started. The chestnut up the blind side, the lock forward picks up the ball, offloads to the halfback just to get that extra man, and he didn't need it. Didn't need it, Paolini. Look at that, here we see the halfback sucked in, the dummy. Oh, what about the defence there? Heath Bowling, hang your head. A good try there to Parramatta Marist, in control of this game.
If Bowling stood up badly by Paolini, but all the same, once he got round Bowling, had plenty of pace to get to the line because the cover was certainly coming across.
Well, they're tries that never should be scored. All they do is try and get that extra man. 20 metres in. It was a good play there from Parramatta Marist. Well coached, as I said earlier, and he's been very good for them today, their captain, Paolini. And a good try to him. Showed a clean pair of heels once he got into space.
A slightly easier kick this time for Surtees. Around 12 or 13 metres in from touch. Still 20 metres out. Plenty of concentration with a kick. And he hasn't struck it at all well. And well wide of the post. That score remains Parramatta Marist Brothers 8, Kingsgrove High 0.
Behind, both sides.
So Kingsgrove in need of points coming up to half-time. They have not been in the Parramatta Marist 20 at all during the match.
One way around that, Dean.
Doesn't seem to be any let-up coming from the Parramatta Marist forwards. Edwards, one of their best.
Gee, I've been impressed with Edwards, some charging runs. It was Surtees last time that played a little bit better than Edwards, but I think it's Edwards for the money in the first half. Just laying the platform for his Parramatta Marist team.
It's the last match that we saw Parramatta Marist play. That was against Sarah Redfern. They defeated Sarah Redfern 34 points to 16. And since then, they've advanced to the quarters by beating Holy Crosses. Now Surtees straight through the gap over halfway. He steps the fullback. What about the pace of Nicholas Surtees? The pass to Daya, just 5 metres out from the line. Shades of Steve Roach from Nicholas Surtees.
They'll score to the left if they go left.
The quick play, the ball not coming as Bailey gets the pass away to Paolini. Now on the outside, McEwen. Through the hands they go. Edwards, the front rower, gets the try out in the centres.
And well deserved too there from Edwards. It was a great break from Surtees. As we were talking about Edwards earlier, you must have heard me. A tremendous break there from Surtees, just straight through the tackle. Some poor defence here from, again, Adam Peake. What a beautiful fend off, a great support play here from Daya on his outside. Beautiful pass there. Daya, well done from him to hang on to the football. He could have thrown a bad pass, and it was on for all money out the left-hand side. We only see two defenders there for Kingsgrove. Quick hands, beautiful hands, and the big front rower. Big Red, won't he enjoy that? Played very well in the first half, Nicholas Edwards. There's the long ball now. Just good catch and pass stuff from Parramatta Marist, and the big man's in. Won't he be happy with that?
Changing kicker for this one from the sideline. The captain's decided to take over. No easier than the first kick that Surtees had. From right on the sideline, 22 metres out from goal. Looking to put his side 14 points in front. And that nearly makes the 10-metre line. So 3 tries to nil, 12 points to nil the scoreline.
That means he should have let his front row partner kick Surtees. That was a bit better than, a bit worse than Surtees' kick, so I think we'll see him kick.
And yet another kick-off there for Kingsgrove. The tails will be up now for Parramatta Marist as Surtees, after that big run, sticking back 60 metres, the step involved, did everything right.
Yes, he did, and they hang on to the ball, which was the main thing after they made the big break. That was the thing that impressed me the most. Most people, or most players, try to throw that impossible ball to finish off the move. A strong run there from Yo. He's been impressive today for Parramatta Marist.
They go the blind side again, McEwen. Bailey directs play again down the blind side. Edwards just too big at the moment for them. Parramatta Marist 42 metres out from the Kingsgrove line. It is the 5th tackle. Paolini finds the back. This time he's given the 6 to go. I don't know about that. They could still score, Parramatta Marist. Now through Hollis.
And that's the exact ball I was talking about. Yo throws that shocking ball. Sort of breaks the play down. Beautiful run there from McLean. If they spread again here, they're going to put Kingsgrove in all sorts of trouble again.
And could just about be game, set and match as Parramatta Marist take it forward. I disagree with the decision of Bob Flint to give 6 to go. It came off the back of a Kingsgrove player. As Bailey turns it inside to McEwen. Flicks the ball, Kenny. Tackled 5 metres out from the line. They can't get him to ground again. As Mark Ryan unloads now to Paolini. He'll go himself. And he gets the try. Stretching out for the try, the number 7 is second. And it's now 16 points to nil for Parramatta Marist.
Hasn't put a foot wrong all afternoon. Paolini, tremendous play. He's put some great kicks in. Here's the 6 again. I don't know about that. I don't even think that Raper played at that football. Here's the long pass, the one I tell you about you shouldn't throw. Where was that to? Lucky for Parramatta Marist. Hollis got it and then got tackled. But watch this fella. He uses them up on the outside. Throws a dummy. 2 players go off him. And a good try from Paolini. He's been involved in this game. Some great kicks from him early in the game. And a very, very intelligent footballer. Daniel Paolini.
Fuck the TV. Forget about the TV and get out the fucking trainer. Just keep the lanes down, boys.
Yeah, I'm serious at the moment. Nicholas Surtees, I think, has said, "You're kidding, skipper," after the last kick. He's grabbed the ball back for this one, 15 metres out from the goal and 15 metres off centre.
I think he might have needed a little bit of a break after that big 60-metre run up the middle of the ruck. Gave his captain a kick, but he's back on duties now.
Study of concentration, they've missed again.
He's had a Joe Cocker in the kicking department, but played very strongly for the side. Parramatta Marist early in this first half. Both front rowers in the halves for Parramatta Marist. Surtees and Edwards. Also Paolini and DeCellis had good games. And there's the try, just stretches out. Poor defence there from Kingsgrove. Thought this was going to be a competitive game here this afternoon. It hasn't been so far.
It's now up to Kingsgrove to try and work their way back into the game. Firstly, get their defensive line in order. They've had no field possession whatsoever with the ball.
Well, that has been the problem too. They don't move up out wide. They move up in the middle of the ruck. They get their centre three-quarters too busy standing around. You see, look at the space out in the open there. They've got to move up as one. Just all you got to do is talk to the bloke next to you.
Now Daya it is, up over the 30. Broke away from two defenders.
That's 4, guys, that's 4.
In back centre field they go through Mark Ryan, almost up to the 40. So the fifth tackle is the call from referee Bob Flint. And Paolini will be the man looking to kick.
You're okay, you're all right.
And again Paolini has found space, plenty of distance with a kick as well. Fantastic kick again from Paolini.
Mark Davis is the bloke I want to see in the open. A fair bit of speed there. But a great front on tackle by Justin Yeo. Geez, had a mighty game. Another one, there's a double for Yeo. Playing left centre for Parramatta Marist. He'll just cruise back into his position now.
Bud Williams, some good skills there with a pass to Randall.
Yeah, good close off defence there from DeCellis. Once again, he knew what was on.
Hickety's up over halfway. The cover coming across in Edwards. Good 10-metre run, though, by the second rower, Guy Hick. The last play of the half. The hood has already sounded. The kick over the top from Nathan Crane. Looks a little too deep. Parramatta Marist quite content to run it over the sideline. And that is 30 minutes of quarter-final football over. And Parramatta Marist in charge. They lead by 16 points to 0.
That brings up half-time for Commonwealth Bank Cup, and Marayong scored 16, leading Kingsgrove High School 0.
Parramatta Skipper, you right? Skipper. Stay behind, fellas.
So it's all to do for Kingsgrove High, down by 16 points to 0. And Steve, just exactly what do they have to do to get back into this game?
Well, the first thing I'd be telling Kingsgrove is let's try and get in the opposition's half. We haven't been there all the time. Every time we have got over the halfway line, we've made too many mistakes with the football. But try and put a bit more pressure on their forward runners in Surtees and Edwards that are going forward. We've got to put them on the ground a bit better and improve our kicking game and get more involved. Look like you want to play a game of footy.
Well, what is unusual, I thought, at half-time, Kingsgrove deciding to take off Jason Asplit, one forward who has done a bit with the ball, and giving Ben Baker a chance on the field, the number 16 for Kingsgrove. So.
Yeah, it was interesting at half-time. Both sides stayed on the field, and Parramatta Marist all stood up and listened to their coach like they wanted to play, and over in the Kingsgrove side, they were all sitting on the ground. So it wasn't a real good... didn't look like they really want to get back into this game, even if they wanted to play the second half.
So Kingsgrove, their first touch for the second half. Misa goes forward, 35 metres out from his line.
Well, that's a better run from Misa, but again, no support. You've got to have support when you are running.
Crane takes it up to the line. Surtees coming across in cover, just short of halfway.
Let's see if they can get over.
He gives the pass away to Raper, standing flat-footed. Hasn't had any open space today, Dean Raper. It's the last tackle, very slow play there. Coming away to Nathan Crane. Needs a bounce here. Nathan Crane comes back into the arms. The ball goes away to Adam Peake. They're going to get the try almost out of nothing. The play had broken down on the last. Crane with a kick over the top. The great bounce. And Kingsgrove get their first points now, 16 points to 4.
Well, that's exactly what they might need. They went to sleep a bit. They went to sleep a bit here on the blind side. Crane, the little chip over the top. A great support play on the inside from the big front rower, Hick. And on to Adam Peake to score the try. It's exactly what they might need, Kingsgrove. That could give them the lift that they need. They didn't move up on the blind side. Parramatta Marist. Good kick over the top. Hick receives straight away pass. Beautiful from him. And Adam Peake, look at the smile on his face. He enjoys them. Good on you, son.
And this is Crane from close range. Inside the 10-metre line. This to make it a 10-point ball game. And no hurry with a kick from Crane. But he gets the 2 points. And it closes the margin somewhat. Parramatta Marist 16, Kingsgrove High 6. Too many kickoffs today, in fact just one. Parramatta Marist, Surtees driving it deep.
Well, this next set for Kingsgrove will show us whether they're back in the game. A good run from Raper to get over the 25. Bad signs for Parramatta Marist at the moment. You shouldn't make the 25-metre line in your first hit up.
The pace of Dean Raper from a standing start, certainly a standout. Last 2 times he's got hand on ball as Misa almost getting it up to the 40-metre line. They come across through Crane again. Showing the ball that time, Bart Williams tackled over the top Surtees. Down below was Ray Daya, the lock forward. Now they come back through Crane. And almost up to halfway that time, Ryan Wolfe. The last tackle for Kingsgrove. Crane again with a kick. Not trying his luck again with a chip over the top. A pretty good kick all the same. Terrible mix-up by the fullback. Taking it on the toe, Guy Hick.
What was he doing there, Guy Hick? He could have had a tea bag then, with a cup of tea. He got muddled up with his own feet. Good option here again from Crane. I don't know what the fullback was doing there, or the wing free quarter. Watch him here. What foot am I going to kick it with? Oh no, wrong one. He nearly kicked it down to Bega.
How bad did David McLean feel, the fullback, after he missed it? And then how relieved once Guy Hick tried to put it into the stand with his left foot.
And it was Hick again who supported on the inside. Good support play from him.
Hang on.
14 on for Parramatta Marist. Andrew Nolan straight into the hooker's roll. And that ended up a let-off for Parramatta Marist.
A bit unfortunate for Ben Bailey. Played all right for Parramatta Marist early in this match. But good opportunity for Nolan.
So the last few minutes, I guess, would have shaken up this Parramatta Marist side. Could have been back to even 16 points to 12.
And Kingsgrove have lifted a bit. You see them, they're putting him on the ground at the moment. Not that time. Yes, he's on the ground. Good to see. Good tackle there from the lock forward, Bart Williams.
Come across through Daya. The pass away to DeSellis. Nice dummy. Tackle 35 metres out from his line. The first half in 5 tackles, they were making 50 metres. This time only making 30, and a poor kick on the last 2 from Daya.
Yeah, all from a good chase from the second rower, Missa. That's good chase from Marker there from Missa. Just to muck up that kick just a little bit, put him off.
It's given Kingsgrove the chance to attack right from tackle 1 inside the Parramatta Marist half. Adam Peake, the try scorer.
Well, there again we see the one-out running. There doesn't seem to be any ruck plays for Kingsgrove. You've got to run in numbers just to put the opposition in a couple of minds, and we see a good charging run there. That's better from Ryan Wolfe. Good charging run. We need more of that from him.
Tell you what, I think I can Sends another try coming the way of Kingsgrove as they spread it left through Randall, around the outside of his man, now to Madden. They're 20 metres out from the line. Randall goes himself on the last down the blind side and puts a foot into touch.
And
the wrong
runs into
tactics.
touch.
Just too narrow, the blind side.
That's a shocker, especially when you're starting to put a bit of pressure on Parramatta. A scoot up, a nice little pick up there. You've got all the skills, young man, but you rank the wrong side of the ruck. Now there's a perfect example again. Kingsgrove not going to Parramatta Marist in defence, standing and waiting. You've got to go and play right in their faces if you're going to put any pressure on them.
Ben Bailey straight back on from the blood bin. Head bandage now. Surtees with a hit up. And a high tackle there. Or jumping high was Dean Raper.
Yeah, number 4 it is. That's all I want. High fella.
You can hear Bob Flint calling out Dean Raper. That explains it himself there. He jumped up in the tackle.
All right, you go in low, we won't have a problem, okay?
Ever have the ref tell you that, Steve?
Never did a high tackle in my life, Andrew. Not one I could remember anyway.
Dale with the duty of finding touch inside the Kingsgrove half. That may have just put an end to the momentum that had built up for Kingsgrove.
Yeah, I think Raper realised that as he ran back onside. Wasn't too happy with himself. But the defence picked up a little bit here in the second half, but still pretty ordinary. You've got to get up and play into them.
They are pushed back 35 metres out from the Kingsgrove line as Bailey works it to the right through Paolini. Ryan tackled centre field. Spread out again on the right. They come left side through Surtees. The run around with Bailey. Away to Daya. Set move down the blind. Twisted in the tackle there by Randall, the 5'8". With Paolini to DeCellis. A bit about his footwork, the 5'8", Chris DeCellis.
Yeah, poor play from him. He didn't really look on the outside of him. They had the numbers there. On the right-hand side. He tried to go himself.
Nice tackle, Paolini with a kick. Again,
that's a great kick.
Well weighted. Certainly knows that they're big in goal areas here. May have had a tip from Ricky Stewart before the game.
Yeah, he's good to watch, this young Mark Davies. A good play from him to get back and run the football back at 100 miles an hour. Should get a little bit more involved in the game if he can.
As Misa comes up with a drop ball, a costly one, just 15 out from the line. The pendulum swings back the way of Parramatta Marist. There it was a high pass.
Yeah, looking where he was going to go rather than catching the ball and then deciding where you're going to go. A poor mistake there from Misa, although he's tried for Kingsgrove High today. Just a couple of handling errors.
So this set of 6 could just about determine the winner as DeCellis tackled 15 metres out from the line. Bailey setting up play to the right-hand side. A pass away now. McEwen almost into touch on the right flank as McFarland. Recall Andrew McFarland getting his hand on the ball in this match as Bailey comes back centre field. The defence there of Damien Miles just 6 metres out from the line. Parramatta Marist in search of their 5th try. This is Surtees. Bailey goes himself looking for the 4-pointer. He's over for the try. Bob Flint's going to rule the try.
Oh, you can't score there.
Straight out of dummy half. Ben Bailey deserves the 4-pointer. 5th try of the day now. 20 points to 6 to Parramatta Marist.
There he can thank his front row. His front rower there. Nicholas Surtees for the quick play of the ball, but geez. Again, it was Misa involved. Got to get down low when blokes are trying to run from dummy half. Only a couple of metres out, but that's... good try to Ben Bailey, but poor defence. Just as we thought that they were coming back into the game, Ben Bailey gets that try for his side.
Paolini, the halfback, gets his second chance to grab the first goal of the day for Parramatta Marist. In fact, he had the easy kick from close to the posts in the first half. This time, the touch judges raised their flags. The first goal of the day, Parramatta Marist 22 lead Kingsgrove 6.
22 points to Kingsgrove High School 6.
Parramatta Marist, if they are going to go on in this Commonwealth Bank Cup, have to put a little bit of work in on their kicking. They've only kicked 1 goal today, 5 tries and 1 goal. So I'm sure they'll be practicing in that after they win this game.
And in the semi-finals on this side of the draw is John Paul 2 of Marayong. So it could be a battle of the West. John Paul against Parramatta Marist. Well, there's an offside play. Unfortunate for Parramatta Marist. Kingsgrove with a chance from 32 metres out, but they'll need to get a move on. The quick tap comes from Crane. It's now all or nothing for Kingsgrove High. They come through Peak, away to Bart Williams leading the charge straight upfield again. No one running in support. Peak just 18 metres out from the line. Across the right side through Hick, taking on the defence. Paolini comes up with a tackle. Over the top was Mark Ryan. Through Crane to Randall. The cutout ball from Randall finding Raper. Raper the overhead ball.
They telegraph their run when they're going to go wide. Kingsgrove.
As Randall takes on the defence just a few metres out from the line. And goes himself after playing it forward. And referee Bob Flint rules.
And fair enough too. I don't know what Randall was doing there. That was dead set. A shocker. Gets up and plays the ball quick. I don't know what goes through blokes' minds in them sort of situations, but Mr. Randall, you put your team under a lot more pressure today than what they should have been under.
So relieving any pressure there off Parramatta Marist. And at this stage of the match, start thinking about the Man of the Match award, Steve. Winning the $100 from the Commonwealth Bank today. And of course we have our 3-2-1 and our Player of the Series in this year's Commonwealth Bank Cup. And the Player of the Series wins the $1,000 worth of training and sporting apparel from Canterbury International on finals day in September.
Great prize there for the young fellows. Tremendous gear, Canterbury. See Parramatta Marist easily making yards off their own line. Again, Kingsgrove failing to put the man on the ground.
Falling off the tackle was the hooker Adam Peake there. Went up out of the line to try and tackle Mark Ryan. Didn't come off. Been impressed all day with Ben Bailey. Again, a well-judged kick. Making Nathan Crane work across to the ball. And Crane not hitting top gear straight away, now trying to go across field.
And made 20 yards across field and none forward. Poor run there from Crane.
Ben Baker. Good metre gain there for Kingsgrove up to the 20. They don't really look like they're going to go the length of the field to score a try, this Kingsgrove side.
No, they don't, but you've got to give it a miss. So look at this bloke. He's had a go all day. I know he's made a couple of mistakes, a couple of drop balls, but he's been one forward for Kingsgrove that can hold his head high. Watch the inside ball here from this big bloke. No, he couldn't get it free that time.
It's Jason Asplit back on the field. It's Peake through the dummy. It is the last tackle. They've got to do something with the ball. Nathan Crane knocked backwards. It'll still be play on. The tackle count hasn't restarted. Still the last.
Now that's pressure.
Kick. It sure is. Greg Hudson with a kick. Surtees somehow comes up with the ball and in fact goes into touch. So perhaps, dare I say it, a set move from Kingsgrove?
Well, you wouldn't dare say that in front of me, please. Surtees trying to keep his way. And a good tackle over the top from Randall.
The old take the ball back 30-metre play, then give it to someone to kick left footed.
That's the old gridiron, isn't it? 4 back for 15 forward. But unfortunately there, but Kingsgrove haven't been real good today.
First down for Kingsgrove, centre field. This is Dean Raper. And they come through Bart Williams up over halfway, 40 metres out from the Parramatta Marist line. Defence there through Nicholas Edwards. Now Asplit.
And again, no support. Look at that. Beautiful one-hander.
Gets the offload. Was standing there. Peake took the pass. Peake was prepared to get into dummy half.
They've all gone home to bed. Turned the light off and got in. That's why he stood there.
So still on for Kingsgrove as it went through Williams. Now to Baker. In fact, that's Damien Miles tackled 15 out. He again is able to offload. So they're keeping the ball alive. The long ball comes the way of Randall, straightening up the attack. Just 9 metres out from the line. Again, it is the last tackle for Kingsgrove. Davis in a dummy half across to Crane. This time the pass across to Raper, a collision. 3 or 4 players front on.
Possession, fellas.
I'll tell you what, he copped that in the snoz too, just quietly. Gee, reminds me of Jason Sinclair, this young fella. Tall and lanky, got all the skills, Raper. They feigned a kick on the outside. And
12.
How's your melon? How's your melon? Here's number 12. Massa being called out.
Okay, straight off him.
And the penalty in turn to Parramatta Marist. What a collision that was.
A high tackle from Missa. But see, that's Kingsgrove's biggest problem. Every time they get Parramatta Marist down on their own line, they do something silly. High tackle or drop the football. So it's been pretty good all afternoon for Parramatta Marist. They'll be hard to beat in this Commonwealth Bank Cup.
Edwards up to the 30-metre line for Parramatta.
Clean up.
Bailey with the ball away to Surtees. Well, that's one up for Parramatta as we heard. Innovative move there from Parramatta Marist. Bailey turns it to the right side. McEwen with a hit up. 9 metres inside his own half. Misa right around the legs. Bailey again at a dummy half. How about you, Steve? I think he's just about been the man of the match. Yeah, been tremendous, Bailey. Along with the halves and the front rowers, as we said earlier. But I'll leave that to you today, Andrew, I'll say. Paolini with a kick on the last. Let's not forget him. Paolini have been a little bit quiet in the second half, but in the first half when the heat was on, he was the man that led Parramatta Marist. Guy Hick goes for a scamper out of dummy half, almost a shepherd around Mark Davis. He's 11 metres inside his own half. Peake with the ball away to Bart Williams, trying to straighten things up, but straight into 3 or 4 defenders. Edwards affects the tackle right on halfway. Big away through Crane. Keep it going to left, Randall. Standing very wide, the 5'8". Back they come through Ben Baker. Keeping it alive through Randall. Now away to Miles. It's 6 to go rules, referee Bob Flint.
First tackle 1.
The tackle count restarts.
Now that's a better run from the replacement, Greg Hudson. He's done that a couple of times since he's come on. I don't know why he hasn't started. Might have been a naughty boy at school. But a good offload there from Missa. He's tried hard all afternoon.
Straight and hard goes Asaki Misa. And now Asplit, 10 metres out from the line. Naughty boy at school.
Well, they did go to school.
And across they come through Crane. A long ball to Randall. They've got the numbers here on the right-hand side. Bart Williams, though, never at any stage was looking to pass, takes the tackle. Yeah, let's not forget Justin Yeo neither. He's made a couple of telling tackles for the Marist brothers side. We see an inside ball to Hick. 5 metres out from the line. The overhead pass came from the halfback Crane, rather. Now across to Crane again. Good pass that time. Kingsgrove on the last tackle, just a few metres out from the Parramatta Marist line.
Well, they had the numbers.
Effort. The 2 front rowers there too. Edwards,
they had the numbers out to the left-hand side again. But opted to run the football. Not bad play if you can score. But it's pretty easy for Parramatta Marist now to get out of trouble. Good run from dummy half here.
Easy 2, that's second.
Simon Gwynn it is who's tackled, 8 and out from the line. Coming across again, Bailey. So Parramatta Marist from here, I would think, would be prepared to play out time. Bailey again away to Mark Ryan, 35 metres out from the line. And they'll look to kick on the last through Paolini. He's got his hands on the ball now. Good chase from the marker position. And again, putting pressure on the kick comes off for Kingsgrove. Mesa able to field it on halfway.
They should have been doing that early in the game, putting the pressure on the kick. It was a good chase there. Poor pass from Mesa there. Lucky that they have Damien Miles out there in the back line.
No changes in the Parramatta Marist side. Ben Smith on the number 20 is now Raper with a pass. Down the left flank they go through Miles. And Ben Smith comes up with the ball. Bit into touch.
Gee, they love the blind side, Andrew. It's about the 4th or 5th time they've gone down that blind side.
Hasn't it worked a treat?
It has. Into touch.
No ball. Walk it away. Just hold. Right, walk in.
So after that breakdown in play by Kingsgrove, Parramatta Marist go back on the attack. 35 out from their own line. Bailey in a dummy half. Again, Ben Smith taking it up. The Surtees should get it up over halfway. Almost breaking through to the defensive line. That's a great run from the front rower Surtees, making 20 metres.
Yeah, played very strongly today. Hard to put on the ground, very stockily built. A good ball inside there.
Dyer it is with the ball. The pass came from McEwen. Excellent pass. Dyer, and a good support player, running off the forwards who have been unable to unload as DeSellis with the ball away. Parramatta Marist in search of try number 6. They go right-hand side through DeSellis, and he comes up with a try. Bob Flint is going to award it. The 5'8", Chris DeSellis, denied his second try early in the match. He gets it this time. Parramatta Marist 26, Kingsgrove High 6.
Well, Kingsgrove, once again, their marker's not in play. You've got to be alert when you are at marker. Dyer backing up again. He's been very good today. Quick play the ball, that's what it was. Quick play the ball, scoot around to the blind side, a little chip through. Bad marker play. They stood on their line. You've got to come off your line. And a good try to DeSellis. Is that his second? That's his second try, DeSellis. Played very strongly this afternoon for Parramatta Marist.
Step here, don't make it harder than it is. All right, mate, if you want to kick from there, score.
From 2 for the skipper. This one 15 in from touch, 21 out. And again across the face of goal.
I think they'll be out tomorrow morning practicing their goal kicking. That's out of shot this afternoon.
Near until the semis, I think they'll be doing it. Parramatta Marist 26, Kingsgrove High 6.
Kingsgrove High School 6.
Short kick-off not coming off for Kingsgrove.
Well, I can't understand for the life of me why you would kick off short when you're behind. You've got to try and make Parramatta Marist make the mistake. You've got to go for the long kicks all the time if you can.
Surtees straight up the middle again and over halfway. Puts it into top gear. Nathan Crane at fullback able to come up with a tackle. And the drop ball, but Surtees, third time in the match, straight up the middle.
Out of it. Come on, Come on, let's get out of it.
He's not too happy about it. He should be smiling at this stage of the game. Just straight through traffic, Steve. Nicholas Surtees, and
very strong.
Plenty of speed as well.
Steady it. Fold in.
Kingsgrove coming up with a loose ball. It's not happening now.
Just forward, fellas, just forward.
For the first tackle, Raper with a drop ball. His impact has been nullified today. In fact, there it was Baker inside the Raper. The Parramatta Marist get the feed 35 out from the Kingsgrove line. Maybe they haven't finished their scoring just yet, this Parramatta Marist side. They're in search of the Commonwealth Bank Cup for the second time, as now they go through Justin Hollis up over the 20. The pass in support to McFarlane. The cover good, but he's still going. Andrew McFarlane just 5 metres out from the line, not able to effect the tackle. Was the number 2 Shea Geese for Kingsgrove. Paolini quick off the line was Adam Peake.
Yeah, but they should have been doing it earlier in the game.
Paolini didn't see it coming. There's McEwen, the short ball to Surtees. Going for the hole, he's tackled 5 metres out from the line, over the top Jason Asplet. Will keep the ball going to the left side now, Parramatta Marist through Paolini. Set himself for the long ball, straight into the arms of the centre, Justin Yeo. Inside ball to Bailey. He's all over the field, the hooker.
It's a tremendous game, Bailey.
Still 5 out from the line. They've been successful with a grubber. Paolini again, not able to knock it deep. And a try comes the way of Parramatta Marist to the number 14. That's Andrew Nolan.
Well, the mortal sin again from Kingsgrove High School. You had the opportunity to dive on the ball. I think it was Damien Miles, number 15, a chip through here from Paolini. It was a number 17, Nathan Hinton. Refused to dive on the ball, and there we see a try to number 14, Andrew Nolan. Good chase from him. He's been very solid since he's come on for Parramatta Marist. But there it is. Oh, that's terrible.
What about the race for the ball to score the try?
Yeah, there was 100 of them.
Beat 2 teammates to get to it. So third kicker they're trying, the Parramatta Marist side, trying to get things in order for the semis. Andrew McFarlane from 20 metres out. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not bad luck. I don't think they've got a goal kicker. Parramatta Marist 30, Kingsgrove High 6.
Unsuccessful conversion defender there. Scoring line, Marist College 30, Kingsgrove High School 6.
Seven tries to 1 in that scoreline. Again, the short kick-off. Well, it's the deep short kick-off, if you like. Just a grubber kick back to the 20.
Well, that'll do me, Andrew. The deep short kick-off.
It's like the long short pants.
You've had a shot at that. Give yourself 40.
Well, an analogy, you know, the shorts the young kids wear now that go over the knees. Long shorts.
Long, short shorts.
Back to the football.
Good luck.
They're 30 metres out from their own line. Parramatta Marist again. Surtees has not stopped. As the countdown comes from the Parramatta Marist supporters, will be the last play, will it? Paolini coming back in field, trying to step off the left. And Parramatta Marist an emphatic victory over Kingsgrove High. 7 tries to 1 through to the semi-finals. Parramatta Marist brothers 30, Kingsgrove High 6.
Big line,